The time has come. College football season is here. It is alive and pumping. So you know what time it is. We got Florida State versus Alabama. Roll Tide versus the Seminoles. We debate here on Homage Speaks. And you tuned in to another edition of Homage Speaks. Well, what homages do, homages pay. And I don't know about y'all, but on this Saturday, it's exciting. It's time. We're getting close to the real football. But we got the amateurs today. College football is here. It's alive and it's pumping. Tonight it is going down. Nick Saban in the Roll Tide versus the Florida State Seminoles led by Jimbo Fisher. I mean, it's about to be lit. But let's go ahead and break it down. Let's get into it. This is the first time in the history of college football where in week one, number 1 versus number 3 go head to head. I must remind y'all that it's only 4 coaches in college football right now that has championship trophies. And guess what? 2 of them are going head to head tonight. Jimbo Fisher versus his teacher, Nick Saban. Now mind y'all, Nick Saban has been in this game 10 times versus former assistants of his, people who he has mentored and taught the game of football to. He 10-0. Don't disrespect your father. That's what Nick Saban tell everybody. But I got a news flash for you. Jimbo coming with the most confidence of all these coaches that he's faced so far. Jimbo is a national champion. Jimbo Fisher is one of the best recruiters in the country, and he has one of the most talented teams in the country. Make no mistake about it. We in for a good one tonight. We all know Florida State, you got some work to do. Your O-line will be tested. We know that y'all gave up 83 sacks or hits last season versus all teams when your quarterback dropped back to pass. You got to work on that. You got to work on that. You know Alabama is going to come at you with depth and discipline, and y'all got to make sure that y'all be in the right place at the right time right now, because it's going down. They coming. This is a marquee matchup of 2 dual threat quarterbacks and 2 of the top quarterbacks in the country, with DeAndre Francis of Florida State and Mr. Jalen Hurts of Alabama. Let me tell y'all something. Jalen Hurts is a stud. Came in as a true freshman last year, led them to the national championship game. And I remind you, last time he was on the field, when he had to have a big drive and drive him down the field, he scored that touchdown for his offense, with overcoming the odds of having a new offensive coordinator 3-4 weeks before the championship game. Jalen Hurts, he had one Achilles heel last year, and it was passing the football. Look for him to improve. He's coming off a 300-yard passing game in his spring game, which is good for him. But you know, that's an inner squad scrimmage. We're gonna see what he got tonight against another team. But Jalen Hurts, he can make plays with his feet. He was excellent last year on third downs, whether he was converting the short intermediate passes, or he was using his legs to get the first down and keep the chains moving. Jalen Hurts, it's on you tonight. But I got one special player to talk about, and that's DeAndre Francis, the guy who led all freshman quarterbacks last year in passing yards. If y'all notice, Nick Saban has one Achilles heel, and his Achilles heel is dual threat quarterbacks, somebody who can break down defenders, extend plays, and make plays with his legs and his feet. Deshaun Watson is an example of this. Johnny McZell is an example of this. When he get a hold of one of those guys, it'd be tough for Nick Saban to overcome that. Cam Newton is another example of this. But, you know, if Nick Saban has an Achilles heel, that is it. A dual threat quarterback, somebody who can beat you with his arm and his legs. He's not worried about a guy who can just run. He's worried about a guy who can extend plays and make those big passes accurately down the field. Because if you're just going to run, ask LSU how that work out. They take that away. But you got to be able to throw the football down the field. Because if Alabama has any weakness on their defense, this should be a secondary that has not been tested. So I think that's something that Nick Saban is going to make aware of his players, and I hope Jimbo Fisher being the offensive genius that he is able to exploit those weaknesses. And make no mistake about it, it is going down tonight. Make sure y'all tune in, and we'll have an update coming soon from Fresh Perspective. And with that being said, this marks another edition of Muhammad Speaks.